guest here today is just telling me about the M25. How was the M25 when you were coming in?
It was absolutely diabolical. It's about 5 miles of traffic, stop start.
Which direction are you coming from?
Coming from Kent into Essex.
Oh, okay. That's often the nightmare on a Friday afternoon.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you guys would like to introduce yourself.
So my name's Luke.
And my name is Tom.
Okay, and Luke and Tom, you're here for a particular reason here this afternoon. What would that be?
So myself and Tom, we are raising some money for Chess Homeless Charity based in Chelmsford. And to raise the money, we will be doing a 20-mile walk around Chelmsford called the Chelmsford Centenary Walk.
Right, so a 20-mile walk, and what sort of like is the start time for that, or can you choose to do this whenever you want to do it?
So basically, the date for the walk is going to be September the 25th on a Saturday. We're going to try and get to like Chess Homeless Shelter in Chelmsford for about 7 AM and walk from there out to sort of, I think probably like Highlands Park, where you can pick up the Centenary Walk, do the walk, try and do it in sort of 8 to 12 hours. We're going to be filming as well for our YouTube channels, so that sort of takes a bit of time as well. And then we're going to head back to the shelter at Chess as well.
So in this 20 miles, where does it actually go round?
So it goes around the whole of the city of Chelmsford, sort of the outskirts of it. So through places like, as I say, Highlands Park, Gallywood, Springfield, those sort of places.
Okay, right. Why Chess? Why do you want to support Chess?
So basically, it's kind of like my idea. I've sort of had the idea for a few months now, and because we both have outdoor channels like that focus on like walking, camping, like sort of wild camping, just sort of sleeping out in all different places. I kind of sort of saw a parallel between, us sleeping outside and like homeless people sleeping rough, except that we have a choice. So I think we have that privilege of, we go out to it as a hobby, as opposed to, less fortunate people that are sleeping rough. And it just sort of felt right to sort of do some charity work for a homeless charity as opposed to sort of any other charity, really.
Right, and that be the case with you?
Yeah, same thing. We both, like Tom said, we both sleep sort of wild or as a homeless person would, but obviously, like he said, we've got the choice, but these people don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So yeah, raising money for that charity is, I suppose, it's come quite close to our hearts now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Sure. So if people wanted to support you, say, let's do that first, and they wanted to raise money and sponsoring you guys, how do they go about doing this? So
we've both set up a Just Giving page, both individual ones. I've got £1,000 target on there. You search my name on Just Giving, it comes up. I think Tom's is the same, isn't it?
I think basically what you do is it's www.justgiving.com/fundraising/ and then mine's Tom Outdoors Chess Homeless. So
and mine's TRTA Luke Chess Homeless.
Okay.
That's quite a big one.
Absolutely. But so is this something that, if anybody's listening now and they felt, yeah, I could do that, that's an interesting charity to support, and also I'd like to take part in this, how do they go about that?
You can go on the Chess Homeless website. I think it's www.chesshomeless.org, and they've got all kinds of different things like fundraising events. They've got one actually on the 15th of October called the Big Sleep Out. It's basically like a group wild camp, really. I think it's in the grounds of Felsted School, and you can bring a tent or a bivvy or whatever, or you can really rough it with some newspaper and a bit of cardboard and sleep out. Like basically, kind of, as I say, like sort of replicating what homeless people have to go through is sleeping outside. So a lot of people, that's it's really alien to them.
I mean, me and Tom are doing that event as well. We are. We're going to be camping there.
And we're raising money for that as well, aren't we, through our Instagram pages as well.
Good for you. And do you think that there's been kind of like an increase in the numbers of homeless people that are around?
I don't know the facts and figures on it, but I'm going to assume after what happened last year, there's a lot of people being kicked out on the street.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting into winter soon as well, so it's going to be a lot harder for people. Like I say, even if you go into London, there's people on every street there enough, isn't there?
Yeah, pretty much any big city you go to, you're bound to see homeless people at some point. I think, it's probably increased, but for sure, things like drug use and drug abuse has increased with homelessness. Definitely, it's sort of one of those things. It started off, you were just homeless, and then, you see a lot more drug addiction and alcohol addiction as well involved in it.
As a result of it.
As a
You've
result
got to
of it,
remember,
yeah.
a lot of these people aren't just homeless because of their lifestyle. People have split up with partners and then been forced to be put on the street or lost their job and can't afford rent or anything like that. So it's not necessarily people that you think are just a bad person. That it's different circumstances.
Yeah,
Different
it
people.
can happen to anyone. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all kind of like one pay slip away from being homeless. It could happen to any of us. So it's not just a certain group of society or anything like that. It's a universal problem that could affect all of us.
Sure. We've had people from Chess come and chat with me before, and I very personally support this charity as being really important. So thanks for that. Well, I hope it all goes well. So tell us a little bit about your YouTube channels then. Let's hear a bit about that, shall we?
So my YouTube channel is called Tom Outdoors. I'm currently on about 8,250, something like that.
Wow.
I've been doing that for a few years now, probably maybe 5-6 years, something like that. Luke, do you wanna
Yeah, and
mention
then
yours?
my channel is called the Real Travelling Amigos, and I basically met Tom through the channel.
Yeah.
Tom was doing the North Downs Way and got to a point where he needed someone to have a car at either end, sort of thing. And I live local to where he was going to be walking from, so I reached out to him and said, look, I want to do the walk with you. And then I've been sort of building my channel up and filming with Tom, doing my own camps, doing my own walks as well. So yeah, I mean, my channel's not as big as Tom's. I've got about 308 people, I think, but it's slowly getting there.
Yeah.
But people like watching what we do, and we like doing what we do, so it gives us motivation to keep doing what we're doing.
I think for some people as well, people that maybe can't get out and go for walks and stuff like that, they kind of live through our videos, sort of thing. They get to see these places that we go to and the things we explore through our videos, and that's a really cool thing.
There's a lot of history as well that we try and sort of learn a little bit ourselves, and then sort of give it a dialogue on the channel.
Yeah,
as well.
like history of like the places we visit. You're not just seeing trees and far-reaching views and stuff. You learn about like the local history of the place as well.
Wow, sounds really fascinating and really good. Thank you for doing that. That sounds really interesting. Well, we've got a track that you've chosen for us today, as we were saying off air. The cliched chat track, of course, but why not? The Proclaimers. Well, tell us why we've got this and what it's called.
So it's the it's the Proclaimers' famous song, 500 Miles, and yeah, is it right? Suits.
There you go. Perfect. Lovely.
Not as hard as I thought it was.